Shy, lean into it. Episode 8. Dan Diddy.
Ambitious Ace.
So, man, before we get into the podcast, Lena Waithe did an interview with Charlamagne.
Okay.
And she was basically clarifying what was going on with Jason Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically talked about how he was basically saying inappropriate things and doing inappropriate things when, you know, in between filming and things of that nature. Like, I guess basically you could say pretty much sexual harassment style things. She basically said she would never work with him again. She found out about it when it was too late. You know, she thought she nipped it in the bud at the end of season 1. She had a meeting with all the cast, HR, and everybody to make it aware of what was going on, what was uncalled for and everything. And technically it continued.
Sounds very immature to me. I'm just saying it sounds very immature. So it's really, really disappointing to hear.
Yeah, it really was, man, especially considering the way this episode went, man. So I guess let's start off with Brandon. So we had Brandon, I can't remember the damn cop's name.
Detective Cruz.
Detective Cruz came to see Brandon to let him know what was going on, which made Brandon go see Duda. Now, how did you feel about Brandon being met up with Detective Cruz to talk about what happened?
Well, first of all, I can't even look at Cruz no more because it's just like I don't like him. It's just like now you're just trying to redeem yourself, and it's like I don't care about you. But I know he's trying to warn Brandon about everything like that. I feel like he could have approached them a little bit more. I don't know. I just feel like it was just like, yo, they trying to get you. He could have broke it down to him. Whether than he knew he was already pissed off at him about Ronnie, so he could have broken it down to him a little bit, more constructive. But it did. I don't know, man. I just feel like
he did break it down.
I don't know. It could have been something else, but it did lead him to that Duda. So I guess he did his purpose.
Yeah, he wanted to see Duda. I mean, when Cruz came to see him, I was just like, that's kind of cool. He gave him a heads up. Even though Brandon took it the way he took it, it was obvious that he understood what Detective Cruz was saying because he wanted to go see Duda and Reg. And it was interesting. His, fight to whether he was going to sell the truck, try to sell the house and everything like that. It was an interesting path that he took. The funniest part of the episode with Brandon to me was with him and Emmett in the truck.
Yeah,
when
that was
just
a
like,
good moment.
Yeah, man, I'm leaving, man. We're breaking up.
Can you still text and call?
Yeah, that was hilarious,
that was
man.
Cool.
That was real cool, and it was just like, man, it's gonna suck that them dudes ain't gonna be working on the next season. But like every single time something happens, I just think, oh damn, that shit ain't gonna happen next season.
Yeah.
The meeting with Hannibal, it was cool to see him.
Yeah, it was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, Hannibal was talking about women's intuition is like a spider sense.
Yeah,
that shit was so
hilarious.
funny when he said that. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, anytime he comes on the screen, something funny is gonna be said.
Yeah.
And Greavy basically like, man, you about to make me have to move. So Jericho on this episode, man, I actually liked Jericho on this episode. They did a good job, in my opinion, of finally redeeming her from bringing that guy to the party from season 1 that I still hadn't forgave her for.
Yeah. I think it was pretty cool for her. I didn't know how that was gonna wrap back around after she did the lady like that and everything, but it was pretty cool. I was like, for her to go out her way to do something like that is cool, but now she gonna have the task of every other woman that was there at the meeting that they had. I don't know how she gonna handle that.
Yeah, well, she's turning a leaf. She's trying to fight for what's right. I thought it was cool. She basically put the alderman, on defense mode. Like she said, it wasn't like it would just not benefit him, because it definitely benefits him to go through with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool when she did that. It was funny her pointing out that she knew something was up with Brandon, because his face when he's it's funny because that's one thing. Jason Mitchell does a hell of a job looking nervous, or like he doesn't know what the hell to do. He has the perfect face expression for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jerrica meeting up with the women from low income housing and the families, and her basically taking up the law book to basically, obviously, like she's gonna support them. So I thought that was definitely.
Think she gonna take the bar?
Absolutely. They showed her look at the date, so she put it in her head that she's gonna take it.
Well, I really enjoy Kevin's journey in this episode. How did you feel about him? getting to know the student from, what is it, Northside Academy? North.
I don't know what the school's called,
I
but
forgot.
Kevin's arc was definitely Kevin, Papa, and Jake's arc was hilarious. Kevin meeting the other kid, because I thought that was funny when he's like, I'm going to let you go with him, man. You think that's cool? Man, hell no. I got friends.
I got friends.
Yeah, I thought that was funny because that's just something kids do. You know what I'm saying? They kind of like shut out everything, not realizing like you might actually have something in common with the person that you're hanging with.
Right.
But yeah, just him learning about the school, but it looks like it's the drug selling that's going to actually flip him to want to go to the school.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't know, because the whole episode, I thought he was going to get caught with the drugs. I thought it was going to be that.
I didn't think they were going to do that.
That's what I thought. It was leading to that, but I was like, okay, I didn't see that coming,
That would have been too easy if they did that.
Yeah, I know. But, I mean, hopefully, I don't want to see Kevin go down that lane, but I guess, he wants to keep his friendship with Jake and everything like that.
100%.
Yeah, Papa's look, though, was hilarious when they brought out the cafeteria food, and he looked in the window and just like...
Papa was funny the whole episode. All he was worried about was the fact that they were the poor school that had to do fundraising.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. Papa is funny as hell.
Yeah,
you can't take that from Papa. And Jake, it's cool to see. Like, that's what people need, though. It's like people need to be their horizons broadened.
Yeah.
Like being taken to some places they've never seen.
Is this the ocean?
Yeah, I thought that was funny because I was just like, nah, bro, that's not the ocean. You cannot see the ocean from Chicago. Like, have you ever looked at a map before? You've never looked at a map?
Papa was like, I forgot what he said, but he was
he said, my man don't know the difference between a lake and the ocean. Yeah, but I thought that was cool. Jake meeting some friends, so he's going to go to their party. That was definitely cool.
Yeah.
I like that whole arc for sure. That was definitely pretty cool.
How you feel about Jake talking to Duda?
I mean,
do you think that was a warning for Reg, or like, I'm about to mold Jake to be what I want him to be? Like,
I didn't read into that much. I just looked at it as him trying to give him some advice.
Well, he's trying. Ain't they going to lead him to giving up Reggie or something like that? The dude said he won't.
So you're jumping ahead now. So so let's just skip to Reg, right?
Reg,
so Reg, he met up with Jason Mitchell, Brandon. He met up with Brandon.
Yeah.
Told Brandon to basically just go ahead, go through with it. Who cares how you getting the money? I mean, it sucks because he might get wrapped up in something that he in going to jail, but he's gonna be going next season anyway. So, by the end of the episode, we see him talking to Duda, and I got the feeling that Duda was going to hand him over, even though he feels some type of way about it. He doesn't want to do it.
Yeah,
that's the vibe I got. Now, I'm not 100% sure if that's what'll happen, but I don't think he's trying to groom Jake for that. I think Jake, it may be heading to another trajectory because it's along these lines of, like, you hear, like, J. Cole's rapped about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you take some drugs and then you go to the white area and you can charge more for them. What's $20 to a nigga like that? He tell his parents he needs some lunch money, he gonna get it right back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're going with that idea for Jake and Kevin from what I'm seeing. It's looking like I don't think he's going to put Jake in control. Jake's too young.
Well, I'm not saying like in control, but just basically lead
They'll
him
make
on
a
to the
hit
idea.
on Reg, but Reggie's not going to die.
You don't think so?
If Reggie dies and Brandon's off the show and Tiffany Boone's off the show, that's too much change for one season. This ain't power.
Well, we still got our man Ronnie.
Speaking of Ronnie, I didn't give two shits about nothing that happened to Ronnie all episode.
Why not?
The whole him being happy, buying his grandkids something, because I was just like, man, this ain't his kids, man, this ain't his family. And then
she
the whole
came
thing,
in here and said the same thing.
the whole thing with Jada, it seemed fake. It was like,
I'm glad that happened, because
so
Jada
glad.
don't need to deal with none of that. I'm just like, you don't need that.
No.
And the fact that I was like, oh, there you go. He looking at the bottle of liquor. As soon as you get it, you going back down.
I'm assuming he's suffering from PTSD. So
I don't care. I never cared. I knew this was going to happen.
My main problem, how the hell was Ronnie making this money? He ain't had no job.
He's helping around.
Helping around with who? We didn't see him helping.
Going around cleaning houses.
Even when he was helping at Common and them, he didn't.
And he
say
actually
he
yelled in this episode. He yelled.
Yeah, he did.
He yelled pretty loud.
He yelled at his grandma.
Yeah, that was pretty wrong. I was like, well, damn, you ain't got to yell at her like that.
Man, he barely show emotion, man.
Hey, he was mad. He wanted his grandson.
I could look, man. Lena, don't make Ronnie the focal point of the show now. It is not interesting. I'm not interested.
To me, it's just I never cared about his redemption arc per se.
He killed Coogie,
and it's just like he does not have. I'm not going to have any sort of compassion for his character.
Did you feel some type of way when Jada said you're good with kids? I'm just like,
I wanted to slap my TV. I want to be like, really?
Like, really?
Like,
he
for
killed
real?
one.
Like, you had some. Let me get out of here. But it's just like, I just don't see. There's nothing redeemable about his character. Like, I know some movies or shows may give you this arc where you be like, okay, I feel bad for this character. Even though he did this, he didn't do nothing.
What do you think Cruz is going to do to him?
To Ronnie? I don't know. I
think he's going to want to do something, but he's going to see that he's so down and out that he's like, man, I'd feel bad taking this guy this misery.
Hey, why should we care?
When he said, what the fuck? That joint had me dead weak when he picked him up. And he was completely out of it.
I do not like him drunk, man.
This show does a really bad job of people acting like they're drunk and high.
The actors.
And nobody plays video games like this. Stop it.
Yeah.
Nobody plays video games like that.
That's true.
Tell somebody in studios when you're recording, nobody plays video games.
Nobody.
So Emmett is possibly taking the job with Sonny.
I thought that was a cool move. Nice progression. I like that for his character. I'm proud of Emmett, man.
I like the way Jada broke it down to him, though. Yeah. Like, you'll progress fast because you're a natural born seller.
Yep. So I think that's a good move for him. Good look. I like how Sonny, even though he burned down the shop,
ain't nobody putting you around no kitchen no time. I thought that was hilarious.
So it's a good look for Emmett. I mean, this whole season he's been working towards being his own adult, his own man. So I like that progression for him. And I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of happy when he told Brandon that he was quitting, because I'm like, you're not gonna be caught up with all that junk. So,
that's pretty much it for this episode, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I thought it was generally a pretty solid episode. I can care less about anything that's happening with Ronnie.
Yeah.
Like, I've not been interested at all.
Not at all.
Period.
So
we can stop with the Ronnie. It's only 2 more left?
2 more episodes, I believe. I believe it's a 10-episode order season.
This was 7. So
this was 8. So we should have 2 more, I believe.
Okay, I'm curious to see how all of this is going to wrap up in 2 episodes. I think Reg might kill Doodah, but we'll see.
Do you think they did some reshoots? Or do you think...
Oh, speaking of reshoots, there was the part where they're walking up to the school where Reg is walking with the kid. Not Reg, but Kevin's walking with, what his name was, Malcolm? The kid from the other school? I think
so, yeah.
They're walking. You can see the teacher walking up behind them. He walks past them, right?
Okay.
And then the scene cuts to another angle. And then when it cuts back to the other angle, the teacher is just passing them again. It's just
I didn't even see that.
It's just like, I pointed it out to her. I caught that immediately. I was like, bad editing. Somebody didn't catch that. Should have used a different angle.
At least they didn't leave no water bottles or coffee cups. We're not going to talk about that.
Bringing up that whack show over here, man.
Just saying, that's bad editors right there.
But yeah, man, let us know in the comments, man. How y'all feel about this episode? Do y'all care about Ronnie's arc? Do y'all feel like Jerrica redeemed herself? Are y'all going to miss Tiffany Boone on this show? Are y'all going to miss Jason Mitchell on the show? Did he deserve everything he got? And do y'all think Reg will die?
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
All right, y'all.
All right. Peace.